Hello and welcome, I am Raziel, and today I want to talk about whether or not orc culture has somehow affected the way the Space Marine chapters and legions were painted and coloured. Now, I know that paint companies like to use their model paints on many models to show off how they look. It's not uncommon. Why, you would see the Sarwin of the Yaldari, the Red Skulls, Red Suns, I should say, of the Orcs, and the Blood Angel Red all being used the same because they want to show off the colours and how they look on each different model. It's not uncommon, it's quite normal actually, and it's a good way to show it off. I'm not going to deny that. But then we talk about the lore, and you'll find that the colours of these different factions tend to kind of mix and match with the meaning behind the orc colour schemes themselves. Now, I'll go through some of them, I'm not going to go through all of them. But I want to go to ones that have the closest connection. So you can say this is a completely cherry-picked video, but I know, I'm aware of that. And there's actually very few that actually deny this as well, which is weird. First things first, let's go with the most popular, he says, common Space Marine, the Ultramarine, and they are blue. And they tend to be very lucky. And the Orc colour blue, well, Orc's blue is a lucky colour. Orcs use it for even armour. They will actually paint themselves blue just to have extra armour save, because they believe it's that lucky. And the Ultramarines are just insanely lucky. Like, how could you rip the head off a Lord of Skulls or bash enemies with a Necron pylon, let alone the survival of Macragge itself and Robert Gulliman's survival of his wound from Fulgrim? All of this is incredibly good luck. And that's the coolest bit, because if we talk about Gulliman, he should have been killed by Fulgrim. That should have been a death blow, almost instantly. Because if you read the start of Dark Imperium, where it actually go into the wound itself, you'll know that even his gauntleted hand couldn't cover the wound. It was that large and that deep. He wasn't decapitated. He was made a Pez dispenser out of. He should have died. It even goes on to say that even his blood clotting ability wasn't stemming the flow of blood. He was losing a lot of blood, and he should have died very quickly, but he didn't, which is a 1 in a million chance. Fair enough, with the Ultramarines, 1 in a million happens 9 times out of 10. And you got the Battle of Macragge with the Tyranids. Again, Macragge should have been absolutely devastated. They were having a hell of a time. Even McMariner's Calgar got wrecked, losing arms and legs, but they survived. They survived a lot, and that's kind of cool, to be honest with you. So that's blue covered. Now let's go to yellow, and which chapter is yellow? Which legion's yellow? Oh God, no! Oh no! The Imperial Fists. The Imperial Fists are yellow, and the Orcs consider yellow to be linked with wealth and things that wealth can bring, including big guns. The Imperial Fists' homeworld is technically Terra, which has a lot of gold. So that's sort of congenitally with gold, yellow there. But the big gun thing, being a fortification army, they use lots and lots of big guns, such like the Bad Moons do. And they kind of show off a yellow a lot. That's kind of cool, to be honest with you. It really is. Let's go down to black now. Black is kind of weird. Black is a kind of a weird one because it means tough. This is where it gets kind of weird, because green also means tough, but it's kind of a different type of tough. It is. Well, with black, it's more of a physical, harder toughness, where you're harder to kill, you're harder to defeat. And with that, you have the Iron Hands, who, they constantly upgrade themselves by removing limbs with metallics, with bionics, I should say, and they're black, so they are very hard to kill. They're very tough to kill. And that's kind of cool, even when a lesser known legion, or used legion, kind of still ties into this. I quite like it. And now we go to green. Now green, like I said, it means tough and mean, but it kind of more means a inner toughness. Like, you're not physically, you could be easy as to kill like a bolt-gun round, but you can beat and lead people into censorship and leadership. You're the top of a pile because the greener you are, the tougher you are, the meaner you are. And that's kind of weird because while I was thinking about this, I was trying to work out how to add green. Then I realised the Dark Angels kind of fit that. They are very inwardly tough. They will question all forms of imperial authority. They will not take it from anyone, like, at all. They won't take any crap from anyone. And when they tend to go into battle, you'll usually see that they will always say that we're the best, we're the toughest, and be in charge of that campaign. If they're not in charge of that campaign, they'll just go, solid, we're leaving. Look at Vrax. And even at the end, they kind of saved Vrax. They were the army that came out back at the end and saved the day. I know that's kind of a loose connection, but it's kind of a nice, cool connection in my opinion. But the Dark Angels have this very inward, tough, stoic behaviour, which is rarely seen amongst every other chapter. But yeah, they're tough and stoic, but their secretiveness and their leadership and how it's done, sort of the greener you are in the Dark Angels, the higher up you are as well. Even though, you've got the first company, which is Deathwing, which aren't green at all, and the second company, which is black. But when you look at the actual inner circle, you'll see that there's a lot more green attached to it. There is look at the Lion, for example. It's kind of cool. It's like I said, it's a loose connection, but there we go. Now, finally, well, I'm not talking about purple. Purple's a meme colour. It's a silly one, and I don't like it. I've never seen a purple orc. Oh, purple orcs are invisible. No, never seen a silver one either. Never seen a purple orc. Never seen a magenta one. Never seen a teal one. There's many, many colours we can use that theory with just as much. Okay? Okay, so red. Red, red, red. Red is the most famous colour for orcs. It's the most common one. It's red ones go faster. They even had rules that if you painted your models red, it was a free upgrade for all vehicles, that they were faster. And which army is the fastest in the Space Marines? And first person to say White Scars is wrong, because they're not. White Scars use a lot of bikes. They're a cavalry army. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. The fastest army is just Blood Angels. Blood Angels use a lot of jump packs. They're not as unwieldy as a bike. You can fight while flying with a jump pack. You can fight. You can get quicker and closer into close combat without having a bike weigh you down. The fastest army for Space Marines is Blood Angels. You could build a very effective Blood Angel force and have round about 40% of them all on jump packs. I know this because I've done this. I have a full company of Blood Angels, and 40% of them all have jump packs. Death Company, which, okay, they're black. Sanguinary Guard, okay, they're gold. But they're still under the banner of Blood Angels, which is red. And the other thing about red is not just about speed, it's about velocity in close combat as well. Something else the Blood Angels are very, very good at. Blood Angels also super... right, I'm sorry about that, but this always makes me giggle. Blood Angels also super tanks. Like, they will make their tanks go faster as well. Sorry, that's my phone. And yeah, so everything about the Blood Angels really does align, apart from the black, even the Black Rage, to be honest with you. And the Red First. They actually kind of align with the Orks and their mentality, except being more refined. They're more refined Orks. And that's kind of cool. But everything about the Blood Angels really, and their vehicles and their jump packs and the way they get into combat, they're always very fast, ties in with the Red Suns and how they're always very fast, always trying to get into combat, melee, and it's really cool. I do like that. But it always does worry me why the Storm Boys never painted their jump packs red as well. It's kind of weird. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this weird theory video. What do you think? Do you think there's a correlation here at all? Or do you think it's just me talking out my butt, like I usually do? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Leave your comments down below. I love reading your comments. And great. Thank you very much for watching. Links to Wayland Games down below if you wish to save money on your Warhammer. And it's up to 20% off and free delivery off to £20. Forbidden Planet if you like comics, DVDs, manga, all that cool stuff, movie stuff. Really cool stuff as well. If I say if you want to support the channel, that's the best way you could do it, to be honest with you. Because I've really given up on Patreon. I just didn't care for it. I didn't like using it. I don't like asking people for money. That's what it is. And there's my comics, DVDs, and my comics and merchandise like stickers, t-shirts, etc. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.